Peeps, what it do, man? Let's get on into it. This video is gonna be a quick 4 or 5 minute video. That's the time frame I'm expecting to be, but I just wanted to talk about some things real quick, man, involving Detroit Lions. And I do have another video coming out maybe by tomorrow. Um, I understand Jim Cooter hasn't been perfect. As far as his play calling, his scheme hasn't been a great. A lot of people feel like he holds the key to our success. He and Matthew Stafford, a lot of, in certain ways, I can understand why people may feel that way. But I also want to compare him with another offensive coordinator we had, and I think y'all already know who I'm going with this. Joe Lombardi. When you think, and the reason why I'm saying this because he was presumed to be a horrible play caller. Jim Cooter is presumed to be a horrible play caller. But one point is that their offensive schemes seems like they had two sides of the same coin. If you catch my drift, like they mirror each other so much. Stafford had equal playing styles, similar to in both offensive schemes. What was the key compare that you could add? The offensive line play and no run game. Let's just think about it. We got players leaving our team and going on having better years on that offensive line. Players we thought were trash and needed to go. You gotta ask yourself, what if, let's say Jeff Davis and the offensive line coach, and let's say everything works out. And we are able to run block better and definitely pass block much better and play like a top 10 line. Ask yourself this question. What if the Detroit Lions would have had Jeff Davison back when Joe Lombardi was around? Would our offensive play scheming have been better? Would our execution been better? Would it matter, the plays that he was calling all the time would have mattered so hard? I'm not saying it been the top 5 offense as far as points, but Stafford proved, and this is what I say about a lot of schemes, offensive schemes when it comes to Matthew Stafford. Everybody clowns this guy like he's dumb or something, but he's not. When you think about it, if you take a game where there's weak pass rush coming at him and there's no penetration against our O-line for some reason, Stafford is burning people left and right. So why all of a sudden, when there's an average defense or better, then there's a problem? Because the offensive line play is very bad overall. And you think about it, with an offensive line, it probably wouldn't matter for Matthew Stafford who was a play caller. The offensive coordinator. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying you can just give him any screwed up offense and he can win with it. What I'm saying is, I don't think Joe Lombardi's scheme was so horrible, or if people say it didn't fit him that well. Stafford's more of a gunslinger. We know Drew Brees is kind of a gunslinger in his own right, but he's a different style, I guess, maybe. But at the end of the day, Stafford could have easily had done a lot of those plays that Drew Brees was doing if he would have got the proper blocking. And I feel like if you realize that Joe Lombardi and Jim Cooter offense are different, but they also are very freaking similar in their own way, you really realize that we did a lot of screen passes on both offenses and attempted to run. Only thing is, I think with Jim Cooter, there are more run attempts on certain downs and certain situations. With Joe Lombardi, I think he at times set runs out of nowhere. Some feel at the wrong time. So they both didn't have a knack for being able to set the run up. It took a lot of play from the quarterback himself to help find ways to set the run game up when they could. Otherwise, it was no offensive line. No blocks. So you want to look at it from that point. If we have a real coaching staff, would Joe Lombardi have been the problem for the Lions? And I feel like no. I just feel like no. How does Larry Walford go to the Saints to have a better year when he was just under a scheme that the Saints was running and played terrible in? You get what I'm saying, peeps? Like, I'm not saying that Oh, that he didn't. Neither of these two coordinators didn't do wrong. Obviously, I'm just saying. I think there's a contest that maybe it was our makeup cast. That's why I look at football. I look at it as a makeup crew. Like you got your guys who do the makeup kits, the guys that are on the credits that don't often get the credit as the main three coaches, which are the two coordinators and the head coach and the GMs and all those guys, of course, be above that part of the organization. But obviously, we don't talk about how bad the linebacker coach is, how bad the running backs coach or whoever is on the coaching staff. Those are the guys to me that define the team foundation of development. It's not always the coordinator. The coordinator puts everything together for the head coach to use in game day. And hence to why I'm going to say this to end this video. Matt Patricia should call the defense. It's his defense. He knows it best. He knows he's ranted in New England. He should not have let Paul. Nothing against Paul Pasqualoni, but he should be calling his own defense. Matt Patricia should call that defense a play call, and he should let Cooter call the plays at first. If something is wrong with the play calling, but somehow the rest of the parts is because it's not because of bad offensive line play necessarily, that means he should take over the offensive play calling at some point. And if that doesn't work, then you move on from Jim Cooter. You know what I mean? That's what I think Matt Patricia needs to do. Learn from his predecessors. And I think that will help develop this team much faster. But y'all leave in the comment section what y'all think about this video. Hope y'all can understand where I'm coming from. And this is just a theory. Some will say you can say it was a fact. Leave it in the comment section. Peace, everybody. Thank you.